Hi guys, welcome back to my channel once again here on YouTube. I hope you all had a wonderful Easter. Today, thank you for joining me for TNA Knockouts complete DVD collection. I've got 8 titles to show you. 7 have got officially released, but one of them's a custom, but I'll cover that when we get to it. I know you're probably thinking to yourselves that I've already done this video before. I kind of did 2 years ago, but it only covered 4 of the pay-per-views and it didn't cover everything else, like the best of volumes of the knockouts, which we'll get to, and you'll know what I'm on about when we get to it. So without further ado, let's check out the first one, which is Knockouts Knockdown from 2013. So this was a TNA one night only pay-per-view, I guess you call them, like one of their B kind of events, B pay-per-view, whatever. And this was the UK release. We have Hannah Blossom, Gail Kim and Velvet Sky on the front cover there. 15 certificate here in the UK, and this was released by Queensway or Clear Vision as they were called back then. And we have a picture of Brooke Tessmacher, of a cute picture of her ass as well, which is pretty cool. We have Taryn Terrell, top left hand corner screenshot there. Hannah Blossom, and that could be Christy Hemme, maybe. I'm going to cheat and have a look at the match listing. It could be actually Taylor Hendricks, beg your pardon. Can't really see who is in that next screenshot there. Gail Kim and someone else. And then we got ODB and Velvet Sky there. And so this is the winner of each individual match will advance on to one final match of the evening. A gauntlet battle royal match where the last 2 women standing will battle to see who is truly the queen of the knockouts. So the Knockouts Gauntlet Battle Royal to crown the Queen of Knockouts featured these matches. So we had Serena Deeb versus Mickie James, Velvet Sky versus Jillian Hall, Taylor Hendricks versus Hannah Blossom versus whatever her name is, Bolt. Sorry guys. Taryn Terrell versus Jackie Moore, Trinity versus ODB, Miss Tessmacher versus Santana Garrett, Mia Yim versus Tara, Lady Tapper versus Ivelisse, and Gail Kim versus Alicia Flash. So yeah, this was a first of what I believe to be 4, maybe 5. I don't know, I think it's 5 pay-per-views, if you call them that, but you know what I mean, the one night onlys that the Knockouts had for them, which is good. And I really appreciate that they did something just for the, for the female wrestlers for one night each year, pretty much, from 2013 to 2017. So next up we had Knockouts Knockdown 2014. This one become quite difficult for me to obtain. It was a few years before I actually managed to get a hold of a copy, because I didn't pick it up when it originally got released. I kept putting it off for like other purposes, like video games coming out or other wrestling DVDs. And I kept saying to myself, oh, I'll go back to that, I'll pick it up eventually. And then sadly it went out of stock and I couldn't find it anywhere, and the price of it when it was available in auction on eBay was ridiculous. But luckily a seller sold this to me along with a load of Ring of Honor DVDs, which started off my Ring of Honor collection pretty much. So I thank you for that, dude. You know who you are. Been a few years since we last spoke. I hope you're doing well, if you're watching this video, that is. But yeah, back to this video. This is very hard to get now, guys. Probably look to pay somewhere between 80 to 120 pounds or dollars for this now. So yeah, Knockouts Knockdown 2014, again under the one night only banner. So let's have a look at the front cover. We have, from left to right, Velvet Sky, Miss Tessmacher, Madison Rain, Gail Kim, ODB, Taryn Terrell. I have to apologise because I can't see who that one is there between Taryn Terrell and Angelina Love. I thought it was Winter, but I could be wrong. There's the spine. And here's the back. So, relive a night of action you won't soon forget as 8 aspiring knockouts take on 8 current TNA knockouts to determine who is crowned Queen of the Knockouts. So basically the same as the previous year's tournament. And the single matches to qualify for the Knockouts Gauntlet match at the end of the night. Oh, it doesn't have the matches, sorry. I beg your pardon. So it's basically any of those that could end up against any of those. So it's kind of a spoiler-free match cover on the back, match card, if you want to call it that. We've got some more screenshots there. Various knockouts. I only recognise a few there, but I don't want to try and guess who some of them are. I believe that's Scarlett there. That's Rebby. Marty Bell. Mia Yim. I can't really recognise any of the others. I do apologise, like I said. That could be Jessica Havoc, but I don't want to, I don't want to guess and get it wrong. But yeah, that's pretty much 2014's. Next up is, again, one night only, this time Knockouts Knockdown 2015. And yes, a few of you collectors out there would know this straight away that this isn't an official release, this is a custom. This was done by my good friend Chad Stone. If you guys want to contact him on Facebook, he'll sort you out any custom wrestling DVD you're after. He's pretty good. He's a good friend of mine as well. And he done a good job of this, putting this one together. It looks really good, very professionally printed and everything else. Just in case you're curious about the disc, and you're a disc whore like myself, there you go. And there's the match list in there on the back. So we had Madison Rayne versus Alicia, Fia Trinidad versus Angelina Love, Gail Kim versus Laura Dennis, Havoc versus Solo Darling, TNA Knockouts Championship, Taryn Terrell versus Gail Kim versus Havoc, Taryn Terrell versus Sue Young, Brooke versus Mia Yim, Mary Kate versus Awesome Kong, Nux, Crazy Steve and Rebel versus Jesse Goddard's and Robbie E and Angelina Love. And then we got a Knockouts Gauntlet match. I guess they're going to still follow the same concept as the previous 2 years, but they've added like a couple of matches in with that as well, because we never had any male wrestlers on the previous shows, even though that's in a 6-man intergender kind of tag. And obviously there's a TNA Knockouts Championship match as well, which wasn't featured on the previous 2, I don't think. They mainly just focused on the Queen of the Ring, or whatever it was, the Queen of Knockouts tournament on the previous 2 shows. But yeah, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that custom. And yeah, that's Knockouts Knockdown 2015, guys. Next up, Knockouts Knockdown 2016. Again, they carried on with the purple kind of background, following on from the 2014 official release, which is nice. I do like that colour. We have some more various knockouts on the front cover there. A few of them I don't recognise, so I do apologise again for that. But the ones I can see in the foreground, mainly they got Gail Kim, Marty Bell, Mia Yim or Jade. She might have been called around about this time now when they formed the Dollhouse together. Rebel. That's one of the ones I don't recognise. Could be Rebby Hardy maybe? I don't know. Rosemary, Velvet Sky and Madison Rayne. Yes, this one's still sealed. And no, I don't plan on opening it up just yet, guys. So join your self-appointed hosts, the Miracle Mike Bennett and Maria Canellis Bennett, as the lovely and lethal TNA Knockouts battle 8 of the top competitors in women's professional wrestling for a shot at the crown of the Queen of the Knockouts Gauntlet Battle Royal. Sorry about that, guys. It's so hard to read from back here. That writing's so small. But yeah, it's basically, again, following on from the previous year's tournament, if you want to call it that, the Queen of the Knockouts. So the Knockouts are listed this side, and here are the challengers this side. Some interesting names there as well, which is pretty good. And another interesting show for me to watch eventually. So I will have to open it at some point. And last but not least, in the pay-per-view side of things, but I've still got others to show you guys after this one. So I'm not gonna end the video just after this one. So don't go anywhere. So yeah, the last of the pay-per-views or events, or still, like I said, whatever you want to call them. So the next knockdown, Global Force Wrestling presents One Night Only Victory Road, featuring the Stars of Impact. So again, this is when they went through another name change and tried to use the Global Force name, and then it never really took off and went anywhere, unfortunately. We have Bunny. Hi, Bunny. We have Rosemary, Angelina Love, Sienna, Chelsea Green, but I think you were called Laurel Van Ness on this one. Is that Brandy Rhodes? I believe it is, yes. And Mia Yim. Apologies if I got your name wrong, Sienna. I'm sure that's who you are on this. But, yes, Sienna. So April 2017, the lovely and lethal Knockouts of Impact Wrestling battled on the road to gold, the road to glory, and the road to victory, featuring Ali, Rosemary, Angelina Love, Sienna, Brandy Reynolds. Oh yeah, Rhodes. They didn't use the name Rhodes. Beg your pardon for that, guys. Laurel Van Ness, Jade, ODB, and more. But you guys knew who I was on about anyway, didn't you? But yeah, that was the final One Night Only Knockouts kind of pay-per-view, if you will. And then I move on to some of the compilations. So first up, I've got this. This one's still sealed. This is a Knocked Out Pro Wrestling Best Women's Division from TNA. Bonus disc inside, Gail Kim's last TNA interview. We got the lovely Karen Angle as the main photo on the front there. We have featuring Angelina Love, Awesome Kong, Christy Hemme, Gail Kim, Jacqueline, Karen Angle, ODB, Raisha Saeed, Raka Khan, Roxy, Salinas, Charmel, SoCal Val, Tracy Brooks, and Velvet Sky. And I don't mean to keep putting Karen Angle's crutch in your face, guys. Sorry, I was just reading the women involved in the DVD. And I do believe this one came from my good friend in the US, Eli. So cheers for this, buddy, as part of a trade. Sorry if I've got that wrong as well, but I'm pretty sure it was you that sorted me this one out. This was also available with Christy Hemme on the front cover and without the bonus disc, the UK release of this particular DVD set. Back to the contents on the back. Screenshots, we have Gail Kim in the big picture here on the left, and then we have Awesome Kong. Someone getting their hair shaved. I can't remember who that is now, sorry guys. And we have the beautiful people there at the bottom. So Get Knocked Out with TNA. They are not babes, divas, or even eye candy. These are the TNA knockouts. It's your favourite ladies of TNA all in one DVD, featuring hard-hitting matches, exclusive interviews, sexy photo and video shoots, a look inside their private lives. I had to rethink what I was going to say then. I was going to say parts. And so much more. Come check out what fans everywhere are calling the greatest women's division in history of professional wrestling. Just clear my throat, sorry guys. After watching this DVD, we guarantee you'll be knocked out by the ladies of TNA wrestling. Okay. So this was a 2006 release, I do believe. Yeah, it says in the copyright area it's 2006. So this groundbreaking DVD includes such monumental matches as the TNA Knockout Gauntlet match that determined the first ever TNA Women's Champion, a fatal four-way match with Gail Kim, Angel Williams, ODB and Roxy. That might be Roxy getting her hair shaved. I think that's who it is. Apologies if I've got that wrong though, guys. The Makeover Battle Royal, Taylor Wilde versus Awesome Kong versus, for the Women's Championship. The epic battles of Gail Kim and Awesome Kong. I'm sorry about this today, guys. It's the writing is so fucking hard to read from back here. I need glasses, I'm getting old. But yeah, and much, much more. I'll let you read the rest. But yeah, you get the gist of it. But yeah, there you go. That's an interesting set as well. The DVD I'm on about, not... Never mind. Anyway, moving on. We have Knockouts, Ladies of TNA Wrestling, Volume 1. 15 certificate here in the UK, because this is a UK release. We have, from left to right, Tracy Brooks, Jackie, can't remember her last name, Chrissy Hemme, and Gail Kim. I'm not going to read all this because you know what my reading's like at the moment, guys. So yeah, if you want to pause and read. So basically, we're covering Christy Hemme, Tracy, Gail Kim, and Jackie on this set, which is pretty cool. But yeah, another good compilation. Wasn't going to use the word set that time. And then last but not least, this one I don't really see for sale often either now. I can't remember if this one's a hard to find one, but I'm sure people will let me know in comments and messages later. But this one's Knockouts, the Ladies of Wrestling Volume 2, following on from this one I showed you there just now. Again, going with that kind of pinky purple background, the same as the Knockouts 2016 and the Knockouts Knockdown 2014. And around the time I needed 2016's pay-per-view and I needed this, I always got these two confused, thinking that I already had this, if that made sense, when I bought the 2016. I thought they were exactly the same DVD. I know, I had to research it a bit more, and obviously I was wrong. But yeah, this one works differently to Volume 1. It looks like it just goes through various matches on Impact and pay-per-views, just covering random knockouts. But I could be wrong. Let's have a quick read just in case. So, focus. Stupid camera. There we go. No other women's division has revolutionized pro wrestling like the TNA Knockouts. No divas here, real athletes, real risk, real intensity. Get the Knockouts Volume 2 DVD and find out what makes TNA Knockouts pro wrestling elite female fighters. This DVD contains 15 matches featuring superstars such as, so pretty much it's just, rather than focus on one knockout, not diva, rather than focus on one knockout, They've kindly put together 15 matches, was it? Yeah, covering various knockouts. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's basically the complete TNA Knockouts DVD collection, including a custom as well, obviously. Or Impact Wrestling, whatever you want to still call it. Or you can even call it Global Force if you fancy. That's up to you guys. But I'm going to stick to calling it TNA. It's what it was to begin with. It's what it's called again now here in 2024 once again. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for me getting a few things wrong, a few words wrong. It's hard to read, as I said, from back here. But yeah, I'm happy with this video. If you're happy with it too, give me a thumbs up and comment if you want. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you're wondering why I put Sting there with this kind of picture and something else is in the background, that's because I had to cheat in a hurry before I started filming, because it has a Streets of Rage video game poster from my other channel in the background. So yeah, that answers your question in case you were going to ask me that as well. Hope you all stay safe, guys. I'll catch you again soon for another video. Stay safe. Goodbye for now.